This is a project in process. For you to educate yourself in terms of what's really going on will take time. Hi, Elliot Weber. Welcome back to my channel, my dear family and friends. I want to talk about why the banks are collapsing and what this means for the future of our world. At the end of the day, it's a really good thing, and I'm going to explain why. Please like and subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, hit the notification bell so I can let you know when the live meetings are taking place, which is twice a day. Check out the show more below. We have all kinds of cool products. If you're dealing with any kind of health issues, these are the new science. We're coming into a new age. I'm going to explain what all this means, so let's rock. The banks are collapsing. I mean, this is obvious now. I mean, you can look at the interest rates. You can look at the fact that they're printing cash. This is not a cause for panic. I understand that it's going to be a difficult period moving forward, but this is basically kind of like a scripted movie. And I'm going to explain what that means. Please bear with me. Now, I'm not one of your mainstream economic advisors, though I've been studying the economy for several years now. I've been studying the themes, the movements behind the scene. Why is all this happening? I can't really go into a detailed explanation without losing you potentially. I'm really trying to appeal to normal viewers. Most of the people on my channel understand fully what is going on and what's taking place behind the scenes. But most of the world really has no clue as to what's going on, and they've accepted the mainstream narrative and it's all collapsing around them. I'm going to explain what this means, but the thing is that I want to reach people who aren't used to listening to this kind of a message. You're used to listening to experts. They talk about the interest rates. They talk about the borrowing of the high-tech firms, and all this has led to this collapse. We talk about 2008. We talk about bailing out the banks. We're wondering, why were all the people who were bank owners in this Signature Bank, in the Silicon Bank situation, why were they allowed to walk off with all this money? What's going on? So I'm going to give you a kind of a simple overview. What you're watching is a movie, okay? It's similar to, let's say, V for Vendetta, which I want to tell you honestly, I have not watched the whole thing, but I understand from the clips I've seen the kind of basic structure. We have been living in an artificial matrix. You know, you've seen the movie The Matrix. The Matrix, they say, was not a fiction movie. It was a real-life narrative. It was a documentary, let's say. What is going on? So the banks are collapsing. Why are the banks collapsing? Because the money is meaningless. We went off the gold standard in the 1972, I believe, under Nixon. And the money has been allowed. This is basically a big created matrix illusion, okay, which you've been indoctrinated through schools, through the news media, through all kinds of information platforms, through agreements with other people. Other people are in the same boat and you agree with each other and you assume that this is the reality. The reality is the matrix is about to go down big time. So what does this mean? It means that you are watching a scripted movie. Who are the directors? The directors are essentially what we call the white hat military. They don't want you to understand what's really going on. And what's really going on behind the scenes is that we're coming into the Great Awakening. We're coming into the era of Mashiach, of the Messiah, and all at the end of the day is going to be good. But what has to happen for this to take place? Everyone has to wake up. They have to realize that everything they've learned, everything they see on the news, everything they understand to be true is a movie, a scripted movie. Now, the directors at this point are the white hat military. So the only way to defeat this vicious, underhanded, hidden enemy is with another hidden counterpart, and this is called the white hat military. So the banks are collapsing. This is part of a scripted movie. What is the idea? What is the theme behind all this? The theme behind all this is to get everyone to wake up, to see the matrix. Once you see the matrix, once you understand that everything you have taken to be reality, your job, your bank, your doctor, your teachers, all these things, pharmaceuticals, bankers, all this stuff is basically an illusion. It seems shocking and it seems unbelievable. You will get hurt if you don't wake up. You will be trapped in the matrix. You will never get out. They say you cannot get out of a jail if no one's on the outside. You need help from the outside. I'm offering this help to you. I'm offering to give you information that will help you survive the coming storm. And it is a storm, and it is going to be a colossal storm if you don't understand that this is basically an illusion to counter an illusion. So what does it mean? It means that there is a force of good called the White Hat Military, the Army of Virginia, say, the Space Force. The good guys are working to wake everyone up to the truth. Now, what's going to happen here is that we are eventually, and probably, let's hope, quickly, depending on how fast you wake up. If you wake up and you say, wow, this is an illusion, man. This isn't a real life. This isn't a real bank. These banks are stealing from us. The doctors are making us sick. The education is not really helping us. It is not educating us. It's an indoctrination scandal. Once you wake up and you see the matrix, you can start moving towards the promised land. What is the promised land? We will be moving soon into a quantum financial system, which will be backed by gold and silver. We will have a government that is 10% of the size it is now. We will have a completely different medical situation. Our food industry will be revolutionized. All transportation will be changed. Everything is about to go down. That's the big picture. But what it depends on is you waking up. It's all about you. You are the only one in the history of reality who can be you and vibrate with your frequency. You are a very important piece of the puzzle. And once you wake up and you see, wow, man, this doesn't make sense. How come the bankers got all their money? How come the rich people get bailed out and the poor people suffer? What is this all about? It's called the Matrix, okay? It's called the Deep State. It's called the Illuminati. It's called Moilech in the Bible. This is thousands of years old. All that has to happen for you to move into the promised land is for you to open your eyes and see that the banks are lying to you, the mainstream media is lying to you, and that behind the picture is a big picture. There is a quantum financial system that's already been in place. What happened essentially, and here's the one piece of information that I'm going to give, and again, this is a project in process. For you to educate yourself in terms of what's really going on will take time. But the main piece I want you to understand that the white hats, the good guys, made a brilliant move, okay? And everything hinges upon this move, and everything hinges upon you waking up and seeing that this is a move and not a reality. When the 2020 selection process took place, the white hats decided it is better to let the people see what would happen if the bad guys who basically control of the narrative, if they are given control. This is an illusion, and you'll have to come to our live meetings. It'll take time for you to understand this. But the white hats did a brilliant thing. Instead of enforcing the real winners and losers, they let it play out. Why did they let this play out? Why are the banks going down? Why is the government failing? Why has our medical establishment failed us? Why has our educational establishment failed us? Because it's a movie designed specifically to wake you up, to help you see that this is all an illusion. Now, you are going to see it on the bank collapse. And if you believe in the Matrix, you will freak out. you will lose control because you believe in something that doesn't really exist. If you relax and you're calm and you listen to my words, which is that this has to happen this way because people have to wake up. And the only way the white hats realize to get people's attention is to grab their money. The banks have to fail. You have to realize that you have nothing, but really at the end of the day, you have everything. You have godliness. You will soon see there is a quantum financial system that has your back. This system has been running in parallel, I believe, since 2020. A lot of what you've been seeing in the last couple of years is just the white hats allowing the matrix to show you what's really going on so that you will wake up to the truth. The truth is we are leaving the matrix. We are leaving slavery. In the Bible, in the Old Testament, Egypt, the word Egypt means the narrow place, the place of constriction, the illusion, the place of the Illuminati. It's the same enemy. We are leaving slavery. We're coming into Passover in a few weeks, and this is all a repetition of a thousands of year old struggle that is repeating today and will continue to repeat until you wake up and realize that you are not a slave. You do not have to be victimized by their fear system. Once you stop being afraid and you open your eyes, you will see that we're coming into the great age. Now, I know a lot of this sounds very strange. I'm coming to you as a friend, as a brother. I'm explaining to you what is really going on. You're not going to hear this on the mainstream media. They're going to talk about interest rates. They're going to talk about inflation. They're going to talk about how the government is bailing you out. The government is an illusion. There is no government. There is no money. The money is just, they printed oodles and oodles of money to cover themselves. But the money collapses as soon as you open your eyes. There is real money, and you will not go into free fall. You are, in fact, falling upwards. You're falling up into a spiritual age, an age where we will be fruitful and multiply, where we shall not lack. We're coming into a godly age. The enemy, the evil ones, the Satan, is being squarely defeated. Now, will you hear this message? I don't know. Will you just turn to the next message to get some sort of nerdy expert explaining to you why the banks seem to be collapsing? That's quite possible. I don't know how many people will actually wake up as an effect of what I've been saying. I've been saying this for years. You're going to see some things in the next couple of weeks. You're going to see the complete collapse of the economy. You're going to see a first arrest that's going to blow your mind. You're going to see everything in what you think is in free fall. But like I said, we are falling up. We're coming into a godly age. Everything is under control. Only thing you have to do is open your eyes and realize that we're in a godly world, that the white hats have your back. Once you get out of the fear space, you take a deep breath and you realize we're coming into the promised land. We will be fruitful and multiply. We will have there will be no lack. It's a godly world. Does this sound like pie in the sky, tin hat craziness? It does. I'm sure it does. But this is the reality. And if you start to study and you start to really think about it, what's been going down since 2020, really since 1963, really since 1945, really since 1912, really since 1776, if you start to put the pieces of the puzzle together, which I'm not going to even attempt to do now. You'll have to come to further videos. You'll have to come to live meetings. You'll have to start to really educate yourself to the true history of what's been going on. But why are the banks collapsing? Because it's an illusion. Okay, it's a matrix. They printed lots of cash. The Fed was a private corporation. It never really existed in terms of helping humanity. It was a system designed to steal what little you have and to keep you on the hamster wheel so you'll never wake up and see that we live on a godly planet. We're coming into prosperity. We'll be fruitful and multiply. We'll have lots of children. lots of creativity, lots of really fine times ahead. So why are the banks collapsing? There was really nothing there to begin with. They're collapsing because they don't really exist. Printing trillions of dollars worth of cash, charging interest rates, all these things, the inflation rate, this is all designed to put you back into the matrix. All you have to do, it's kind of like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, is click your heels 3 times and say, there's no place like home, and say, this is ridiculous. Everything is a lie. When you wake up, when enough people wake up, enough people just go, it's going to be okay. The matrix will be gone. It's that simple. It's so simple, it's hard. Please like and subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so I can send you other videos. Come to our live meetings. I can explain in detail what's been going on. This is called de-evolution. The military is in control right now. We don't see it. You will soon understand it if you do your homework. I'm an ex employee of the Department of Education, New York City, so I will collect your homework. Do your research. We're coming into the Great Awakening, into the age of Mashiach, into the age of the era of Messiah. May the Force be with you. May God bless and protect you. And let's get out there with joy. Open our eyes and rock the world.